3, 2, 1, go.
Всем привет! Это канал «Вокальные задроты» или vocalgeeks, и я Алина.
Меня зовут Динго Пейзли, я музыкант из Америки.
Очень многие жалуются на то, что не знают английский, либо получают такие комментарии по поводу того, что, вы классно спели, но с таким ужасным акцентом. И сегодня мы с Тейлором попробуем на моем примере показать вам, как можно работать над песней. Сегодня мы решили поработать над песней, которая сейчас достаточно популярна. Это песня Дуа Липы «Break My Heart». Для начала я считаю, что это очень важно просто взять текст, прочитать его перед тем, как даже пробовать это петь. I've always been the one to say the first goodbye.
I've always been the one to say the first goodbye. When we say I've, if you're over pronouncing it like you do when you practice an accent, we go I. But when we're singing it or speaking it, we usually say I've. Kind of just I've always. So one word ends in a consonant, the other word starts with a vowel, and vice versa. We really combine them. I've always been the one to say, the one to say. We say T's in English, we very rarely say t. It happens in English, we do say it, but rarely say that. A lot of the time we'll either say duh, or...
I think it's a very Russian thing to very emphasize on t, t.
To say.
Oh.
Я только что выпускал сингл, и скоро выпускаю EP альбом. Я надеюсь, что вы тоже нравится, вам тоже нравится их, они.
Я обязательно тоже оставлю ссылки на музыку Тейлора в описании. Had to love and lose 100 million times.
Had ends in a D. To starts in a T, so we squish them together.
Again, yeah.
Had to love.
Had to love 100 million times.
100.
So
you can think of DR kind of becomes a J. 100. 100 million times. Million. Think about it as like a miyaki snack. Million. It's 2 syllables. Million. Not million.
Yeah.
Million. And it's yun. So that's the vowel that we have all over the place in English. And pretty much every word you hear an Russians have we have and just kind of let your mouth drop. Is a very important sound to get. I know people that speak every consonant exactly as an English speaker would, and the one sound they can't get is They pronounce every vowel exactly like it is supposed to be pronounced. Million, 100, love, and always, I've. That's how you're supposed to pronounce it. But most of the time when we're speaking English or singing it, it's of always. Of always. Of always. In English, it's like you have a big ball in your mouth. And all the consonants are in the middle of your mouth. All the vowels are sort of in the middle of your mouth. An exercise that my acting teacher in high school taught us, a really good one, is you take a pencil that you don't mind getting dirty. Sanitize it first.
Let's get dirty.
Take the pencil and you put it as far back in your mouth as you can, like this. And you bite down. Don't bite your cheeks or your lips. Just force your cheeks back and practice over-pronouncing.
I've always been the one to say the first goodbye. Now I'm falling.
And there's a tendency also I've noticed with Russians to overpronounce the W. Again, W is a consonant, it's not a vowel. Although some people see it as a vowel. So it's not now.
I think I got your idea.
Yeah, it's not now, it's now. Now.
It's just like an addition. I've always been the one to say the first goodbye.
You don't sing consonants, you sing vowels. We obviously have to say the consonants for a sentence to make sense when we're singing, but put a lot of emphasis on the vowels. You don't really sing on diphthongs. If you do, you have to split them up into two sounds.
Gospel, they sometimes sing it, I think.
Yeah,
In some cases you can,
but it's more like you split it into two separate things. You don't go I like it's you go I and you make it each one longer to emphasize the sort of.
Okay. Нет, не получается. I've always been the one to say the first goodbye.
To say the first goodbye.
Yeah.
To say. So say it again.
To say.
Not to. It's to. To. Again.
Like
more in the middle. To. I've always been the one to say.
To say the first goodbye.
To say the first goodbye.
To say the first goodbye.
Yeah, much better.
Had to love and lose 100 million times.
Not a hundred, 100.
Had to love and lose 100 million times.
Million, it's hard to sing also on we kind of say million times.
100 million times.
Million times. But I think the main thing, the most important thing in terms of singing in English and speaking in English with a good accent is the
Yeah.
That vowel is all over the place, and if you can't say it, that's like the first signal that like you're singing as a foreigner, or you're speaking as a foreigner. And it's in your mouth. It's not at the front, not it's not it's right in the middle.
Had to get it wrong to know just what I like.
Again, we say I, we go just what I like.
I like.
I
that.
like. So we're saying, we're speaking.
So we don't say like in the
I like.
In music like that. Okay.
What I like.
What I like.
The T there is closer to a D. It's very light. It's just what I like,
What I like. Now I'm falling.
So, and we rarely say ing, singing ing. It just sounds weird. So that's why a lot of times in songs, words that end in ing, singers will go fallin', runnin', jumpin', crying, in. It's much easier to sing and say in.
Ну а теперь давайте пойдем уже к бриджу припева.
Center. So there we don't even say the T. Center. And the R, it ends in an R, and of starts with a vowel, so it's the same thing. Center of.
Center of.
Center of. Center of.
Oh my.
Think of center of. Center of.
Center of.
Center of.
Center of.
There's two U's in there. Attention.
Oh my god.
No U. No ends in a consonant. U starts with a consonant. Even though ya sounds like it should be a vowel and w sounds like it should be a vowel, they're both consonants in English. No U. There's a pause there. You know you. You know you.
Get whatever.
Get whatever.
Get whatever.
So get here. This is another thing. Like I was saying, sometimes it's just duh. It sounds closer to D. All the time it's soft. We rarely, if ever, say duh, duh. We never do that. But a lot of the time, for example, get, don't. If you notice, we don't say get, don't. We go get, don't. We cut off the sound. So our tongue is like this. This is the roof of our mouth. This is the tongue. Usually when we say a T, we go t, don't. It's like we're about to say t, but we just do the first half. We don't put our tongue down.
You can get whatever. And then whenever you want it, baby. It's like the one thing. Whatever you want it.
Whenever you want it, baby.
Whenever you want it, baby. It's you and my reflection. I'm afraid of all the things you could do to me. If I would have known it, baby.
If I would have known it, baby. So there, it's almost like we're not even saying it at the beginning of fa. It's like fa.
If I would have known it, baby.
So we don't say would have. We can't. That's just bad to sing. Would have. If I woulda known it, baby.
Окей. И сейчас мы наконец-то приступаем к самой интересной части, к припеву, наконец-то. Тейлор, мы это сделали. Давай. I would have stayed at home, 'cause I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew that it was the end of it all. It's just like a... And like, what about home? Do I sing like home or
Stay
home?
at home. We do say H. It's not home.
No,
It's
but I mean
home.
the O. Do I say like O or just kind of O?
Anytime we have O, we always do the lip thing. Home. Stayed. We're doing the same thing with our tongue. We're just continuing the vibrations a bit longer. So instead of state, it sounds like I'm saying state.
Yeah.
Stayed. I'm doing the same thing with my tongue and my lips, but I'm keeping the vibration a little longer to emphasize that it's stayed and not state.
Stayed at home.
Not at home.
I think I'm doing it, but
closer. You really got to cut that sound off.
Stay at home.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Cause I was doing better alone. Cause I was. So cause I was is one.
Какое-то странное слово казаевас. Слышь ты, казаевас.
You're not going I was. It's Oz. I was doing better alone. So it's like Oz. But as you go Oz, you close your lips. Oz.
Cause I was doing better alone.
Better, yeah. Because I was. It's hard to sing. Because I was doing better alone. It's your lips. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and I think.
I was doing better alone. Your lips can just be blah.
Да, я думаю, что из-за этого также можно быстрее уставать, когда поешь, потому что ты просто совершаешь слишком много работы, твое лицо, и ты в итоге такой, я спела одну песню, но я уже устала. But when you said hello, I knew there was the end of it all. I knew there was the end of it all. But when you said.
If you're overpronouncing it, if you're pronouncing correctly, we say you.
You.
But when we're in a song, we say you. We don't really close our lips.
But when you said hello, I knew there was the end of it all.
I knew there was the end of it all. I knew there was a.
I knew there
was the end of it all. Knew there was the end of it all. Knew that was.
Knew there was the end of it all. Knew there was an end of it.
We do have to say it, but we don't have to go what every time. Close our lips a little bit, and it will make the wa sound. Each time you come back, move your bottom lip with your bottom jaw. So was.
I knew there was the end of it all.
Better.
I knew there was the end of it all.
Closer, much better. Yeah. Am I falling in love with the? Again, not moving my lips that much. Am I fall? And so I think there's a note jump there, so we're gonna put a pause there. Am I falling? If we're speaking, I could say am I fallen and make it one. With the one that could break my heart.
With the it's like the.
The.
With the one that could break my heart.
That could. Again, that's
that could.
So both of those end in a T or a D. The first one is going to be a complete stop. The second one, we're going to hold that vibration. That could
break my heart.
My heart.
My heart. You're my heart. You're my soul. На сегодня это все. Я надеюсь, вы не сильно устали. Я устал. Тейлор, ты устал?
Да.
Если вы тоже хотите такой урок, вы можете писать Тейлору в Инстаграм. И он может позаниматься с вами лично, разобрать любую песню, какую вообще ваша душа пожелает. Если вы хотите увидеть еще подобный разбор, напишите в комментариях, на какую песню. И обязательно подписывайтесь на наш канал, подписывайтесь на Инстаграм Динго Пейсли, слушайте везде треки Тейлора. И увидимся с вами в следующем видео.